Hi, my name is Matt Nice, and thank you for watching my presentation on nuclear submarines. Basically, if a human wants to travel underwater, they can either get into some scuba gear or they can get on a submarine. The scuba gear only really gives you oxygen, while the submarine provides oxygen, water, food, and shelter. So the submarine's the better way to go. Can't really see as much, but you'll live a heck of a lot longer. The submarine is equipped with many different life support systems that will provide the crew with oxygen and fresh water to drink. As you know, a human can't really live without oxygen, water, and food. Those are the main criteria for human life. And the submarine is able to provide all of that because it's a completely self-contained unit equipped to produce the clean air, fresh water. It carries the food on board, so the crew of the submarine have everything they need there to survive. The air filtration units and the air is maintained by the equipment from the Trion Corporation, and their units clean the air, remove excessive smoke, contaminants, dirt, dust, what have you. They also have to remove the CO2 and water vapor that you exhale when you breathe, and that's all removed. And the oxygen is replenished and the air is kept at an optimal level on board the submarine. The water is, they take the salt water out from outside in the seawater and they distill it to create fresh water, and that way they have an unlimited supply of fresh water. And the principles of naval engineering, that book goes into it in detail. Now for the food supply, this is Tom Clancy goes over this in his book Submarine, A Guided Tour. The submarine carries approximately 90-day food supply and is actually the only factor that limits the amount of time the submarine can stay submerged. As everything else, it just can keep replenishing the food it can't. So about a 3-month food supply, and the submarine needs to be back to port to replenish. The visual aid shows a cutout of a Los Angeles class submarine, and in the front half is the crew compartments. The rear half houses all the machinery and all the equipment, the engine room, and the nuclear reactor. The new nuclear reactor is shown here, powered by uranium, which releases an immense energy in the form of heat. The main primary pump pumps water through that collects that heat, pumps it up to a heat exchanger that the heat exchanger takes that, heats up another loop of water into steam. The steam powers 2 turbines, one that turns a generator to create electricity, one that turns the propellers of the ship. The electrolysis process creates the oxygen for the ship. The basic process, and this is just a very crude drawing, but the water is separated into hydrogen and oxygen molecules by electricity, basically, and the oxygen that is created is pumped, it is stored in tanks, compressed, and released into the atmosphere as needed. And the Treadwell Corporation maintains this equipment on board. The Trion air purification systems, they manage the electrostatic precipitator units, which are essentially the same as the ionic breeze at a retail store, same technology. It will apply a negative charge to the particles in the air, which are the contaminants, the smoke, the dust, the dirt. As it passes through, it's got the negative charge. These collector plates, as part of the unit, has a positive charge, and the two will react. They will attract each other, and they will stick to the collector plates. And so the air that exits is clean, has no debris in it. And all they have to do is knock those collector plates once in a while, get the dust done, dirt off there, and you're good to go. Again. Maritime.org provides information on the distilling processes in the submarine. Basically, they'll take outside seawater, boil it, and capture the steam which is actually just pure water. The salt water stays behind in the form of a brine, just a salt water, concentrated salt water, just waste. But the steam that comes off there is just pure water vapor. They collect that into a condensation unit, and as it cools, it just cools back down, condenses back into fresh water, and they have just an unlimited supply. So, in conclusion, you can see that the submarine is equipped to provide everything that a human needs to live and, in fact, thrive. They pretty happy, the crew members, and they have air, they have water, they have food. They've got everything they need to survive, and as you see, it's just completely contained, needs nothing from the outside, and you've got everything you need right in that tube. So we thank you for watching, and we're open to any questions anybody might have.
What happens if the nuclear reactor goes down? Is the sub stranded, or does it have a way to get home?
If the nuclear reactor is to be shut down for any reason, they keep a emergency diesel engine on board just for that, and they keep enough fuel on board for that diesel engine to get it to either home or to a friendly port to undergo repairs.
And how are all of the different life support systems controlled? Do they work together to ensure all levels are properly maintained?
There's a centralized computer that is connected to all the different life support systems. There's sensors all over the submarine that feed all the different information to the computer, and it makes the necessary adjustments, oxygen levels, CO2 levels, stuff like that. Well, again, thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it.